Kohima Press Club do January 20 din Capital Convention Center Kohima Day 25th anniversary manishe. Anniversary do traversing 25 years of storytelling inspiring the future like a theme bitordi manaishe aro program day guest of honor do Press Club of India like a president Sangeeta Borwa Bisharoti aro special guest do Chief Minister Dr. Nipurio Tagishe valedictory program loade CM Dr. Nipurio Bra Nutun KPC building construction site KPC laga 25th anniversary commemorate gra black unveil cruise detail sizable.
Journalism in Nagaland had been in existence as early as the 1930s, and there were journalist collectives, but the actual conversations to form a press club took off in the early part of 2000. It took many rounds of informal meetings among a handful of like-minded journalists based in Kohima, sometimes held in a cramped corner of a newspaper office, sometimes in a small press room at the telegraph office, now the BSNL office, and at other times at the then popular eatery called Kochije Hotel near the local ground, Kohima, for the idea of setting up of a press club in Kohima, the state capital, to take root. Launched formally on 20th January 2001, the Kohima Press Club emerged from a shared conviction that the health of a democratic society rests on a free, vibrant, and ethically grounded press. Since then, for a quarter of a century, the club has consistently nurtured the principles of the Fourth Estate, promoting ethical standards, professional fellowship, media education, and critical public interest dialogue.
Working in the media, like be it print or electronic, it is a very rare and honorable privilege, I would say, because it has given us a very good platform to connect with people, to share our experiences, and also it has given us an identity and shaped our lives over the years. It has also helped us to build many relationships, many of which I cherish even to this day. And any day, like whenever I meet my friends from the media, even though I've branched out, it is always beautiful connecting with you, picking up the pieces. And a day like this also reminds me of how, that matters and how relevant it is even today. It is said that once a journalist, always a journalist. I think it holds true for many of us who have branched out. I reminisce the old days. In fact, my best years foraging for news, exclusives, chasing deadlines, trying to get the gist of long speeches, finding news angles, and being a journalist, we do live one day at a time. Anytime we are on call, on our toes, as anything could happen anytime. We worked under a lot of stress because we had to cover all sorts of news. In those days, there was no specialized beat, so we had to cover just about everything that's happening around us. Then coupled with it, it was the lack of manpower, so we had to receive press releases, type, edit, and send it to our head offices, which is usually based in Dimapur. And with connectivity issues, mobile connectivity, we had to struggle a lot, and sometimes it seemed like forever sending our news across, especially when there are lots of photos. On behalf of the past executives, I would like to express our appreciation to the current leadership, led by our Madam Alice Hyosho and her team, for her achievements and for bringing in many milestone achievements like the Media Fellowship, then the KPC Impact Award, and of course the physical structure, the permanent building that is coming up. Yeah, and we pray that God will renew your vision, He'll give you courage and commitment to uphold the truth and practice ethical journalism at all costs. May these 25 years be a reminder to all of you for all that you have accomplished, the milestones achieved, and inspire you to move ahead. The best is yet to come. Thank you.
We all know practicing journalism has never been easy. It has never been easy. It's not news for us. It's never been easy. The journey has been fraught with many challenges, even though we are a democracy. In my last 30 years as a journalist, I've seen it only going on a downward spiral, and I'm saying this with full responsibility. What has set the ball rolling, to my mind, towards that nosedive was primarily the faulty financial model of practicing journalism in India. Press is called the fourth pillar of democracy, not for nothing. If MLAs and MPs are the representative of the people in the assemblies and in the parliament in a democracy, it is the press that keeps those elected members accountable to the public. Therefore, our allegiance lies only and only with the public. Public interest is our only interest. And to do our work effectively, we have to ask questions to the powers be, to the government of the day. That's our job. We have nothing personal there. Though our job is to keep democracy vibrant by keeping the government of the day accountable, and we are the world's largest democracy, mind you, so it's all the more applicable to us. We have, however, failed to do the most basic thing that would have kept the spine of media houses intact, and ever journalism. It was to put together a financial model for our media houses. Unlike, say, in parts of Europe, US, Canada, Australia, and many other parts, in some countries of Far East too. Some such countries even have funds set aside from state budget to do journalism. It's done only to keep the press free from any pressure of the government of the day and keep it answerable only to the public on whose money it is run. Instead, in India, we allowed the vacuum to be filled up by a corporate model of financing our newspapers and TV stations. So in the early years of independence, though we had industrial houses funding newspapers, the reins fully remained with the editors. Journalistic freedom was barely compromised. That could happen because both the owners and the editors respected and acknowledged the fact that press has a social duty to do. It has a job linked to the Constitution, to the health of democracy, which is by the people, for the people, and of the people. I must hold up here also something which is very, very important, that I could win the post only because the male members of my fraternity, whose percentage is of course more than the women members, the Press Club of India, ensured that the anomaly was corrected. I sincerely thank them once again for that. However, in the Northeast, The male members of the journalistic fraternity helped break those glass ceilings in quite a few press clubs much before than the country's largest press club did. So I applaud you for that. May we continue to hold our own and show the path of light and hope to others. Thank you.
Kohima Press Club has stood firm for 25 years in the service of journalism, democratic principles, and for the larger interest of our state and its people. When you think about 25 years of celebration and think about the 64th year of statehood, people may think that there was no newspaper, but it is not like that. But Nagaland is a troubled state, and though the newspapers are there, it's stayed at a very low key, and the organization of clubs and the voices are very difficult. I learned that today our Milan, the vernacular in the our dialect, was launched in 1933. That is some 93 years ago. And its name was the Naga Messenger. That means there was a concern that this news and people should be informed. And that's how even the name, Naga Messenger. But that was circulated mostly in Mogatin district at that time. But it served the purpose because the news traveled fast. And that's how we had struggled from the beginning till today, because media here doesn't get much importance. Government support, all public sponsors, advertisements, and CSRs doesn't come easily, because Nagaland is a troubled state. We don't have industries, we don't have factories manufacturing goods, and therefore when there is no earning, we cannot live anybody. Anyway, till today, many newspapers had died off because of that struggle, and many newspaper which runs with great difficulties. And when the newspaper has that problem, that means the journalists are the main sufferers, but their resilience and their commitment to serve the public. So that's keep them alive and keep on going. And so this establishment in 2001, the Kohima Press Club has grown from a small collective committed journalist into a strong and respectable body that upholds the values of ethical reporting, professional solidarity, and responsible storytelling. The club journeys mirrors the evolution of journalism in Nagaland and underscores its vital role as the fourth state. Our Northeast Media Conclaves, organized as part of milestone celebration of the Kohima Press Club, is a timely and commendable initiative. It reflects a forwarding vision to equip journalists for emerging challenges with reinforcing the core values of credibility, responsibility, and integrity in taking informations to the common masses. As the Kohima Press Club enters its next chapter, I sincerely hope it will continue to be a beacon of fearless fear and responsible journalism. I wish the club and its members unity, wisdom, and more success in all future endeavors. And I am really impressed and happy that this your conclaves and inviting so many guest speakers and the response the journalists people come from not only in the northeastern states also, but all over the country, and more so of President of President of India, Sangita Bora. This shows. I was just sitting down and having a conversation and asking how many, after how many years you have come to Nagaland. It seems she has been frequenting. So she's in touch with the state, but I'm not in touch with her. So I realize that I'm not really being very close with the press, but I hope we'll have more discourse and do better things for the people in the service to bring brighter and more prosperous states, mostly in the northeastern state. Thank you and all the best.